Today we will be starting with multiple referencing, wherein we will be doing absolute referencing as well as relative referencing together. So let's start with practice one. So in day two, you will find a few shortcuts which I've written a few shortcuts which are these will be like helpful for us. Okay, let's move to practice one. So in this case, like you have been given a price of jeans and shirt, and in the below table you will see that for January we are giving around 20%. In Feb we are giving 40, and in March we are giving 35% discount. So in the adjacent table, we just need the price of that jeans in Jan, in March, and in Feb. So what you can do is you just need to multiply this 900 multiply by 1 minus 20%. So that will be giving you the reduced price. 1 minus 20% is nothing but 80%. So and this will come into bracket. Okay, and so now if you see, if you will drag this option towards right, your jeans price will change, like it is like changing here. So what you need to do is in your H4, you have to make absolute referencing for your C4, which is your. So we want Jan, Feb, and March, the below table to be moving, but this 900 shouldn't move, right? So what you can do is here we have to put column absolute referencing. So you can just write $sign before column, and yeah, rest everything will be fine. And in the below, like, so just drag, just press enter, and now drag it. It will not move towards right. So now that you are getting answer, right? Because you have made your column to be absolute. Similarly, click on 720 and drag it down. Okay. And again, can you click on 600 and drag it in the right? Okay. So it is moving, right? Because here your rows in the bottom is moving, right? So here what you have to do is just go to 720 and make your row absolute, like $9, so that your rows will not move. Just press enter, and now just drag it in the right and drag it till down. Yeah, and just drag it down. Okay. So now your rows are not moving, and that's how we are like combining the relative referencing with that's how we are combining column referencing with row referencing. So this is first example. We have one more example here, like in practice sheet 2. Here, you have been given a few quantities, and for each region, you have been given discounts. So you just want just the same thing which you have done previously, you will have to do here as well. If you sum all the regions percentage, it will come to be 100%. So here you don't need to do 1 minus 25%. You just directly need to multiply it by 25%, not 1 minus 22, but yeah, directly. Cool. So let's take it like this, like even if you are moving towards right, your quantity column should be intact. So your quantity is your C column. So your C column should be absolute referencing. And even if you are moving down, your row 6 should be intact. So here $6 will come. So now if you drag it towards right and bottom, you'll get all the correct answers. And to check, you can click anywhere and you can check if the referencing is correct or not. Yes, it is correct. Okay, so this is like all about referencing, like cell referencing. And whenever you'll be working in Excel, as I said, you'll come across this like so many times. So it's good practice. Yeah. Practice 3. Okay. Now see, Excel has this amazing feature called as tables, which simplifies our work very very much. Like so, so there are like multiple ways to create a table. Uh, so if you just press Control T, it is the direct way of creating table. So just press Control T. So whenever you are pressing Control T, make sure you are putting your cell to in that particular region. So if you just press OK, if you just press OK, so this is called as table. Okay, so sometimes like if you want to show your data in tabular form, you can do this. Like there are so many options. We will explore each of these options in table. There is a table name given to that table. If you see towards extreme top left, you can give any name to this table, like employee table or something like that. See, whenever you are giving names, space will not be allowed. So yeah, underscore is allowed, but space is not allowed. So now, so what are the advantages of tables? So the first thing is, see, we have a column named as margin. Okay, so margin is nothing but if sales is surpassing that particular employee's salary, then we have positive margin. If sales is not surpassing that particular salary, then we have negative margin. So um, just minus sales by salary, like sales minus salary. Okay, so as you see, we have not to do anything. As we pressed enter, our rows were automatically filled. This is one advantage of table. Another one is like, okay, so as soon as you are in the table, there will another, ribbon will be popped up, which is called design. So if you take your cell outside of this table, this design will be gone. Okay, so whenever you are in the table, this design will come. So there are like many options in design. Okay, we will explore one. So there is like first row, header row. So it is like checked. If you just want to uncheck it, your header rows will be gone. Okay, okay, so there is banded rows. Banded rows is like if you uncheck banded rows, you will see that your colors will be gone, and it will be like all single color. Similarly, we have banded columns. Okay, and similarly we have like last column. It will bold the last column, like your margin will be bold. And similarly you have like first column, which will bold your first column. Okay, and if you don't want these filter buttons which are on the top of the table, you can always uncheck the filter buttons. Okay, so we have seen all the things, but one of the most important thing is total row. So if you just click on total row, like if you just check the total row, you will get total in the bottom. Like see, you are getting total in the bottom. If you want the salary total, just click on the cell here and you see there's a drop down. Now you can do all the things here. If you want average, if you want count, if you want max, min, sum, standard deviation, variation, anything can be done. And there are like more functions which we can perform here. Again, like if you want to see what was the total sales, so if you want to see average salary, then you can click on average and you'll get average salary. Okay, and if you want to see total sales, you can just go in the sales column, and here like you can take the total sales. And in company you can't take any sales, any sum, or here you can only count things. Okay, so these are like benefits of tables. And you can always change the formatting of the table. You can make it look good, better, and there are like so many options for it. Okay, again, see, one of the important features of table is in the right you can see we have written some values like total sales, minimum date of joining, maximum date of joining. We will see like what are these. So if you just click in K4, just click in K4, just write equal to sum. Yeah, sum. Just right, employee EMP. Okay, so now just press tab here, press square bracket here, square bracket. I forgot that. Okay, now that you are getting like all these names like date of joining, employee, region, company, sales, salary, margin. So if you want to find the total name, just press tab here. On the sales, just press tab, square bracket closing, and press enter. So that's how, like, so for each and every column, the table has like already created a name. Okay, so if you just press enter once, like press enter once. So what we have done here in the right, what we have done was, like, we have first selected the table, and then we have selected the columns of the table, and those columns were nothing but the names of your tables. Okay, and if you go in formulas, I guess, see there in formulas we have name manager. Okay, so if you just click on the name manager, see this table, as soon as this table was created, the name of this table is like the name which you have given. Okay, so whatever the name you are giving to any particular range of cells, it will all assemble here. Okay, so we will see it like how to give names to particular cells. So for now, I am just showing that all the names will come here. Again, if you want to find minimum date of joining, maximum date of joining, employee count, average salary, you can do like that without actually selecting the range, but giving the name of that range. So minimum date of joining is nothing but min. The function min will work here. And no, not like this. First, you'll have to select the function. Yeah, you can select DOJ from here and square bracket close, and you'll have to take this whole into your min function. Yeah, so cool. Similarly, you can choose max function here. You can count with the help of count function, average and everything. Here you can write max for, and similarly count and average. So to count employee, yeah, you can select employee. Okay. Okay, yeah. So if you want to count any null value, like any value which is not number, then you use count a, or else you can use count if all the values are number. Yeah, just cool. Okay. Okay, now we are moving towards logical functions. Logical functions are nothing but your if, your count if, your sum if, your average if you have multiple conditions, then you're using ifs. Let's see all these things. So first of all, we need to fill that who is pioneer and who is novice. So by definition, if someone who has joined the company after 2010, like in 2011, then that person is novice, or else that person is pioneer. Okay, just write the first date of 2011, like 01-01 dash 2011. Cool. Now, now we will be using here if function to check if that person is pioneer or if that person is novice. So in your D4, just write equal to if. If is a logical condition which checks, like, if there's a logical condition, if that value is true, then it will return some number, or if that value is false, then it will return some number. Just press tab. So here we have to do a logical test first, right? You can always follow this tooltip to understand like what is going to be the flow of your function. So first is like logical test. So to check your logical test, what you have to do is just select C4 and write greater than equal to your E1, but make sure that E1 is a absolute referencing so that it shouldn't move. So just make it absolute referencing. Okay, comma. Okay.
Now working.
Yeah. So sometimes, like if you want to remove implications, you can directly just write somewhere and give referencing. So again, if tomorrow you want to change the to decide like who is pioneer, who is novice, you don't need to do all the things. Just change that date, like where you have written the date. So it is like, so that's why referencing is like very helpful. Cool. Similarly, we have salary brackets here. So in salary bracket, if the person is like earning more than 50,000, then salary bracket is high. And if that person is earning less than 50,000, then the salary bracket is low. So you can again use if statement here.
We will select this.
Yeah.
And 50,000, right?
Yes. So you can directly write that number like greater than equal to 50,000. Okay, go with smaller than equal to. We will just change the conditions of, yeah, smaller than equal to. Then this is low. Okay, so if your salary is smaller than equal to 50,000, comma, just write comma here. In double quotes, write low. Double quotes close, comma. Again double quotes. If that condition is not matched, then high. So you can write high here. And yeah, bracket close, enter. So now you see, yeah, just double click here and it will come all over, fill down. So wherever your salary is less than 47,000, like 50,000, see, somewhere it is 44,901, somewhere it is 47,628. There you are seeing low salaries. Okay.
Equal to or less than 50. तो अगर कहीं 50 होगा तो then what it is counted?
It will be counted as low. So okay, just change somewhere like in any of the salaries, just change it to 50,000. It will count it as low. Okay. So if you wanted to exclude the 50,000, then you would have written greater than like equal to sign hata dena tha, bas aur kuch nahi tha. Okay. So in the right, we have few questions like first of all, if we are counting number of female employees, then the first thing we are assuming here is this table has all the unique records, like all the employee IDs here are unique. So the first question is count number of female employees. So just write equal to here, equal to. Now we have a condition here to count. So we will be using COUNTIF function here. So just write COUNTIF. Yes. Okay, so your range is nothing but your gender column. So just select that column.
Whole.
You can select whole because like it will count only where F is coming. So even if you want to select whole, just press on column E on the top. It will automatically select the whole column. Yeah, cool. Comma. And your criteria is female. So in double quotes, just write F. Bracket close. Enter. Okay, so there are like around 60 females. Now the question comes like, how will you check if the female is if there are like 50 females? So you can always check with the help of your main database, your main table. So what you can do is just click anywhere on the cell. No, in the table, click anywhere in the table. Press Alt A-T. This is the direct way of giving filter option. So the filter option will be activated. Okay, and now with the help of this drop down, just select F here. Okay. Okay. So now you see in the bottom, it is written 60 of 118 records found, right? So that's how you can check. Now, if you will press Alt 80, it will automatically remove the filter. Cool. Okay. Now the next question is average salary in southern region. Now you want to find average salary in southern region. So we will be using average if function here. Okay. So equal to average if your range will be so the first thing is your range and your criteria. So you will have to select the region first. Yeah, region first, comma. Your criteria is south. So in double quotes, you'll have to write south here. Comma. Now your average range. Your average range is nothing but your salary. So just select the salary range and bracket close and enter. So this is your average salary in southern region. You can always go to home and do the formatting. So you can select currency here, right? If you want to remove the decimal points, then also you can do that. Okay, fine. Total training hours in northern. Okay, yeah. So here you will have to write sum if equal to sum if your range. Your range is nothing but region. So you'll just select the region, comma. Your criteria is north, comma, and your sum range is nothing but your total training hours, H column, total hours of training. Enter. So it is like 1434. Again, count employees from eastern region is like exactly the same like how we counted the female employees. So you do this like
Count employee from the eastern region.
yes. You can always follow this tool tip, right? So first it is written that range. So you just select the range, comma. Second is your criteria. So your criteria is your east. So you can just write comma here, and in double quotes you can write east
East.
in double quotes.
East.
Yeah, cool. And similarly, total training hours for productivity scale greater than 5. So you have both the columns, column H and column I. So you just need to find the total training hours where productivity scale is greater than 5. Here we will be using sum if.
Sum if.
Yes. Okay. So first is range. So your productivity scale is your range. Column I.
Call productivity skill. Okay.
Comma, your criteria is your greater than equal to 5. So how you gonna write it is how will you proceed like greater than equal to 5. So this is all correct, but you see if you press enter you will face error here because it will not take. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to take this greater than 5 in double quotes, even if it is number, but you will have to take it in double quotes. Okay, so now you are getting your total training hours. Similarly, you need average salary of employees joined after 2015. Again, you'll use average if here, and your range is so your criteria range is your date of joining, greater than in double quotes only, greater than equal to, and the complete date, which is like 01/01-01-2015. Uh, Double quotes close, comma. Your average range will be your salary. Enter. Okay. So even here we have written date directly. If we were to give referencing then what we should have done was like greater than equal to would have come into double quotes, and then your referencing was followed. On the top, as you see, all were the single conditions. Like, so there was only one condition, like count number of employees, like female employees, average salary in southern region. So southern was condition, total training hours in northern region. Only one condition was there. But in the below examples, we have multiple conditions, right? Like count number of female employees from northern region. So there are like two conditions. One is north and second should be female.
Female.
So, yeah. So if there are like more than one condition, then we are using count ifs. Yeah, even if there is single condition, you can use count ifs also. But if there are multiple conditions, then you have to definitely use count ifs. Okay.
Okay.
So see here, your first criteria should be the employee should be female. So just select the gender part.
Number of female employees. Okay, gender. Here it is.
Comma. And your criteria should be female. So in double quotes, just write F. Okay, comma. Your second criteria range. The second criteria range is female employees from northern region. So just select the region here. Comma. Your second criteria is north. So in double quotes, you can write north. Enter. Tools. Just follow this below tooltip. So in tooltip, you can see average range. So first of all, you will have to select the range where you want to do average. So you have to do average on your salary. So first is select the average range. So just select salary first, comma. Now criteria range starts. So just go with the selection of criterias and select the criteria range. So your first criteria range is that the person should be pioneer. So select that range, pioneer, novice, comma. And see here, criteria 1 is bold. So your criteria 1 is your nothing but pioneer. So in double quotes, just write pioneer, comma. Your second criteria is your southern region. So you'll have to select the region first and then put the criteria. Cool. So you are getting 0 here. Let's move towards the next question. For
Total training hour of a male employee in a northern region. For total, we need some, right?
Some ifs, yes. Yeah. So first, you have selected criteria range. Now give the criteria. Your criteria is M. So just write double M in double quotes, comma. Now you have to select, again, comma, and your criteria will be your north. Okay, it's coming now. I'm not sure in 2007 we have max ifs and min ifs. You can try it if you have or not. Max ifs, we don't have. So here you can use min ifs function. Range is total training hours. Total training hours, yes. You have selected C column, but you'll have to select A column. What we were saying was like in the above single condition thing, we have directly given date in that condition. But if your date is written in somewhere else cell, Like, can you just write date somewhere else? Like, okay, now just use average if function here. Average if will also work because we just have one condition here. So your average, so your range is nothing but your date of joining. So there's some difference between ifs and average ifs. Syntax difference is there. So in ifs we are first selecting the average range and then we are giving criteria. But in average if, sum if, we are like first giving the criteria and then we are selecting the average range. So that's why it is like creating a bit confusion. So here first you have to select range. So your range is nothing but your date of joining. Okay, comma. Your criteria is nothing but it should be greater than I1. So you will have to write greater than equal to in double quotes. Now use ampersand, like concatenate sign here, like ampersand sign. And then I1. You press enter. So now it's coming. So it is like concatenating the things. Okay, let's move to practice 5, I think. Okay, now here we will be using nested ifs. So see, we have a few grades, like marks here, and there's a grade table. And on the basis of marks, we have to allocate the grades here. Okay, so what you can do is you can write nested if, like an if function, in if function, and you can write multiple if functions here. So just write if, and your first logical test is like marks. Just select the marks. We have to allocate the grades on the basis of this grade table. So if the marks is greater than 80, then it should come like A grade. If marks is greater than 60, then it should come like B grade, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we are allocating the marks. Okay. So yeah, E4 greater than equal to 80. So this is our first logical test. If this test pass, then comma. So in double quotes, you can write A. Yeah. So if that test fails, then again you are checking for one more logical condition. So you are, instead of false, you are placing one more if. So this is what we call as nested if, like a if statement in another if statement is a nested if statement.